Hey there, it's Emma Queen here. I'm just doing the video to show you a demonstration of a walk around Mailerlite, which I've recently been playing with and setting up some really cool automations on there. Mainly because I wanted to see what else was out there. I'd sat with MailChimp for a number of years, and as MailChimp have made a number of changes, not only for the monetary side of things, but they're adding in things that I wasn't quite enjoying. And if I'm going to do a lot of work on a platform, I need to enjoy it. This is what I say. So had got the suggestion for Mailerlite, and so far I'm really enjoying it. It's nice and clean. I find it really easy to find things. So I'm going to give you a bit of a walk around, and as you can see, I'm already doing a fair bit of stuff on this in the last few weeks. I'm just having a play around, but essentially the dashboard seems a little bit cleaner cut than MailChimp. It's quite obvious to me that to create a campaign or a newsletter, you just click that button and you can instantly start creating that. I love this little insert personalization, so you can put their name and say, "Are you having a great day?" This is their subject line, and obviously my name and my email will go on there, and you just click the button, the orange button, to go next to create the campaign. Now the free version, which is what I'm trialing at the moment, only lets me do things from scratch. It doesn't let me use any of the templates, but to be honest, I'll probably upgrade very soon just so I can have a play. I do like the template look because they're using, you can clearly see that mobiles and tablets and iPads and things like that are really being factored in to the flow of emails, because we're naturally scrolling down with our fingers. So I have developed some, and it's so easy, you'll see in a moment, so easy templates that look really nice. So I'll just actually show you this one here. This, as you can see, you scroll down, you keep scrolling down, and you scroll down. So it's really obvious that this is for kind of mobile devices, that type of thing. So I've personally created these. It didn't take me very long. In fact, I think they're probably quicker than MailChimp. I'm going to sound like I'm really heading this way, aren't I? And it also lets me choose ones that I've already done, but I've saved these templates because I'm using these for projects. But the starting from scratch, I just used the drag and drop editor, and it was super easy. You don't need to really worry about all the other stuff because it's obviously old stuff. And you'll see in a moment that you're able just to drag information in using a similar thing to MailChimp, where you start editing on the right hand side. So obviously I don't want to use that logo, so I'm just going to click on that and change that logo. So I find it quite intuitive. There's some bits and pieces in here I've already used. I might use that one, and you'll notice in a moment that'll appear. And you can make that bigger by going into settings, which is quite cool. Nothing really changes until you press save, and I would always put a website address in here because people are naturally going to click on images, aren't they? So save that. Now you could use the start from scratch template, but to be honest, I was quite excited about this stuff. So down the side here, on the left hand side, there's lots of little cool things. So you can add images in, and you just literally drag them in. Let's drag it down here. And that could be anything. I mean, I haven't really played enough, but I'm kind of using some really cool things. So let's just chuck that one in. I mean, how nice does that look, right? You can put a URL in behind that. We'll leave that one in there. Video. So remember I said you couldn't do videos embedded? You can on here. So I've got a YouTube video open for something I was going to look at later. So let's just copy that over and see if we can put that in. We'll check to see if that works. So this is probably the game changer for me, because we do a lot of video content, not just for myself, but for my clients. And I want to be able to embed videos into emails. So we'll let that just do its magic for now. But the other great thing, and so you can just, I mean, there's so many great things. You could use these blocks for selling things, highlight videos. I was having a little bit of fun with this, but one really cool thing I loved, where is it? I think that's sitting there because I think the URL I put in was too long, if I'm honest. Let's get rid of that and go and find the share button. You can share from Facebook too, but I'm about to show you like a super cool thing. Oh, it's not liking me because I'm trying to record the screen. I can see that. Let's just type into YouTube. I don't know, let's pick that one. I don't know what that is.
I will do.
That's the link. Sorry, I should have had one ready to go. I'm going to paste that in there instead. See how the link's a bit shorter? I'll let that do its little thing, but in a moment I'm going to show you the Facebook thing. I think because my computer is recording and it's got a number of things going on in the background, so I apologise. I'll delete that one. Actually, let's delete it anyway. This is how good it is, right? You don't have to. And then you can go and send test emails. But I'm just going to keep going because I really want to show you this Facebook thing. That was so cool. You got countdowns, digital signatures, Twitter posts. This baby, look at this. So Facebook post. So I'll just go to Facebook and grab a post of mine. We'll go into my business page. And I love this stuff. This stuff is awesome. And yeah, okay, I can see that you're getting super excited, right? It's just me, huh? So let's just use this one, only because I know. And that's the URL there. Copy. I'll probably hear my computer over here. And I click on that. And then I put it in. And there's the Facebook post with the video. I'm so excited about this stuff. So the reason I love this stuff is because you're able to do some content on Facebook and drop it into your email newsletter very easily using Mailerlite. So look, it's got Instagram too. I quite like this little footer thing here where you've got the social shares on it. If you click on it, you're able to go to your social links here and add your URLs, and those little icons start popping up, which is really cool. As I said, you can go and preview this and it will open it up for you. Hopefully it does because my computer's overheating. Or you can send yourself an email. So generally speaking, I'll send myself an email and that way I can open it up on my phone and check to make sure the links are working. There you go. I mean, this is obviously rubbish because I've just chucked stuff in for you, but you can see what it's already doing. You can see the mobile version as well. How pretty is this, right? You can even view the URL version, but and PDF, but we're just going to preview this. I'm just going to say done editing for now because I don't want to spend the whole time talking about how you can create an email when I want to show you something else. So I'm just going to make sure that that goes across. So as I said, you can create stuff on one platform and then share it across your newsletters, which is so good because before I'd have to screenshot and send in a URL. Anyway, so this is now asking me where I want to send that newsletter, and you can click all and it will take all of them over. I haven't put all of my new ones in there yet. Or you can select a certain few. I love this part because with MailChimp, you've got to replicate the old campaign and then do it for that particular list, whereas this one you can select whatever list you want. So I'm just going to get out of that because I don't want to send anything, obviously. So I'm just going to go back to my dashboard and explain to you how we can get people in there. So that was campaigns. Then we've got subscribers, and this is how you add people. So you could just click add up the top and it will prompt you to, you can import directly from MailChimp actually. You can import spreadsheets. That's fairly simple, or you can do them individually. So you could just, as I said, a CSV file is probably the best way. but you can import this way. I quite like this subscriber tab, and the great thing is you can go over to groups here and you can start grouping up your lists. As you can see, I've already started to do that, and be very selective on what I'm sending those guys, because I'm going to show you the automation. So I'm going to flick over to automation before I show you forms. And I'm loving this, maybe because it's new or maybe because it's something different. So I'll show you the email book one, because that was the most successful so far. And I set this automation up probably, maybe it took me a couple of hours, but I've got 6 emails I think on here. So it's done now, never have to touch it again, ever. So you basically create the workflow. So you can select what it is, and then you can select what happens next. So if you can see around the right-hand side, you can say who it's from, you can edit the content, and then I've got a trigger saying wait 1 day, and then they get the next email, then wait another day and get the next email. And I love the fact that you can just see the flow, and you can go in and edit whenever you want. And if you notice at the very, very bottom, what I've got is I've got an action on here that what happens is when they've gotten all those, they go and jump into the main newsletter list. So I don't have to go and move them or anything like that. So loving the automation. I'll show you another one. In fact, I can even demonstrate a quick workflow. And it just prompts you. So the trigger is usually when someone joins a group. You can even say when they click a link too. I haven't tested that out, but I'm sure it's pretty cool. I'll just select one of these, and you've got this little plus button, and you're able to say send them an email, put a delay on it, so you could say 24 hours later or a week later. There are conditions. I haven't played around with this just yet, but I will definitely do that. Looks like you can do some really cool things. So usually I'm just clicking email. You can put the subject and design the email, and it's pretty much exactly the same as setting up a campaign. So I quite like it. And you can again select your templates, blah 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 blah. So I'm not going to show you all that because we don't need to. So I'll go back to the dashboard, and I'm going to show you forms. So this is gold. This is my landing page. In fact, first of all, sorry, I tell a lie, is my pop-up. So I've got this pop-up coming up on the website. I can't show you because I'm on my own website, but really when people go to my website, it might show us. A pop-up will appear on the website. Let's go back, and it collects their emails and sends them an automation. Thanks for joining, blah, 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 blah. So that's, I might go and check that in a moment and see if it's popped up. You can have some rules on this. You can have it when you can load up 5 seconds later, and if someone X's out of it, then it'll appear a month later. So you're not going to bother people, and it's not going to bother them if they've already subscribed, I suppose. If we go on to landing pages, this is where I really gave this one a good test. This last month was over 100, so I'm just kind of playing around with it, but really this was so easy to set up. And so I'd created this ebook, and you've probably already read it or you know about it. And I was telling them what they could learn, and then grabbing their email. And so that then sent them to that automation with those 6 emails that I showed you a moment ago. And you can put extra bits and pieces on there. I really liked that. It was a really good converter for the freebies, and really built the list up. The other thing you can do is embedded forms, and you can embed those onto Facebook. I haven't really played around with that too much, but I'm pretty sure you can do that, and I haven't even played with promos yet. But obviously there's something there coming up. But yeah, the fact that you can look at your automations very clearly. If you notice, it's not as busy as MailChimp. You can create forms. I'm loving it, I've got to say. Mailerlite seems to be my new favourite toy. I think you can have up to 1,000 members before they start charging you. I don't remember it being super expensive. We'll go and check it here. but given what it's doing, yes, I'm heading there. $10 a month, that's pretty cool. And you get access to all the templates. Oh, I can invite friends, so who knew? I might try and do that. The other thing is, what was I going to say? That just reminded me. Oh, there's no app, but I'm okay with that. I quite like the feel of this one. So, yeah, loving Mailerlite. I actually think if you've never done email marketing before, Mailerlite will probably be, I would recommend Mailerlite would be the first, or probably the only one you work with, because you'll see the video that me comparing them if I get around to doing it. But yeah, I'm loving Mailerlite. The emails are nice and clean. You still get the reporting too, by the way. You don't remember I showed you if you've looked at the other video, you'll see the reporting. You get the same stuff. You can see what people are clicking on. You can go into who's clicking on them. Just highlight, have a play. You can't really break it. And I suppose you can work out who's stalking you or not, and get a really good idea about your people. So that is the video on Mailerlite. Enjoy.